BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, I actually have a couple of things to talk about. First, we're gonna do the monologue this morning. Last night the monologue went terrible because I didn't actually have a monologue for you guys. But I like doing my monologue for numerous different reasons. One of the things is it separates our show from other shows. That's one. Two, literally, you're supposed to do a monologue in the beginning of these shows. Just watch regular television. But I do want to say a couple of things. So I go to the supermarket this morning. I had a pretty adventurous morning. I'm trying to fix my screen. I go to the supermarket this morning. First thing I want to say is there was a extremely attractive black chick that was outside. I didn't talk to her for two reasons, actually. But there was an extremely black chick that was outside. She walked past me. She went to walk to where the supermarket was. And then she turned around for some strange reason and came back down to, but I knew she was going to do that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So she comes back down to the thing, right? So I was already expecting that. So whenever anybody do anything that I'm expecting, I kind of get suspicious. That's just me. Anyway, so she walks past me and then she makes a comment about, oh man, there's too many birds up there. After the fact, I'm like, is she disrespecting me? What the fuck was that? Anyway, the only reason why I didn't say anything to her is just that I kind of do have this feeling like when I talk to black women before they talk to me first, I usually get it's usually pretty disrespectful. So I generally don't say nothing to black women unless they speak to me first. She was a beautiful chocolate. She was extremely attractive, pretty in the face. I didn't turn around and look because I don't like getting cursed out. So generally speaking, I don't turn around and look at people either. That's not because I'm not attracted, just so we can be clear. It's just that I went through a lot of bullshit that I think is unnecessary. I just want to be clear on this. So I come out of the supermarket and somebody from, I don't know if it's from the building or from outside somewhere, somebody threw a fucking quart of ice cream at me. The shit was bananas. I'm not putting the two things together. I'm just saying. I thought it was, I'm getting my call. I'm just saying, I was like, what in the hell? So somebody threw a quart or 2 quarts of ice cream at me when I walked out there. Why would you waste your ice cream, homeboy? Not that ice cream is expensive. I think that shit was Haagen-Dazs or something. Why would you do that? Any regard. That's the first thing I want to tell you about. Give me 1 second. So last night, I had a conversation with y'all about some shit that happened at Rite Aid. Now, I'm going to tell you, just so you can understand, because I think people don't really get it when I tell them I go through bullshit all the time for no reason. I think people really be thinking I be just bullshitting. I really think that. I think people think I just be talking trash. It's not that bad. Jack is exaggerating. He just complaining about nothing. Right? I'm going to tell you how bad it is. Give me 1 minute. And this is only for hilarity. This is only for the purposes of joking around. This is not for the purposes of any other reason. But I need to explain to you how bad this shit really is. Do y'all remember when I went live inside of Rite Aid? Do y'all remember when I was in Rite Aid and I went live? Because that one lady, I don't know what her problem is. She's just some older lady. I don't know why she won't let me fix my Rite Aid account. I don't know why. I don't understand what the problem is. But every time I go there, there's this one lady and she just got this black lady. She just got this older woman. She just got some weirdo ass issue with me. I don't have the slightest idea why she has an issue with me. I really don't know. But I don't go to that Rite Aid no more unless I have to. You understand? Because I'm always trying to avoid bullshit. I don't want to argue with you. That's basically the same situation I go through with this one particular person that works at the supermarket. Just one lady. The same exact issue. I could come up, and the more polite I am, the more they treat me like I'm doing something wrong to them. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can't just be like me being like I'm being condescending to them when I'm just being polite. You understand? So when I come up to them and I'm just being polite, they're taking that like I'm attacking them. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just being polite. I don't understand this shit. So I told y'all about the Rite Aid lady last night, and I'm gonna tell you just how prevalent the bullshit I be going through is. I think the people in the supermarket think I was really talking about the lady in the supermarket. Nah, I don't talk about that lady. Somebody was trying to shoot at her the other day when I went in there, and they was talking about how they didn't like her. And I told them sometimes you gotta love people from a distance. I don't know what I don't know what none of these people problem are. I don't want nothing bad to happen to any of these people. I don't want these people to lose their job. I don't want nothing bad to happen. I just don't want to have to deal with them. And I think that I should be able to not have to deal with people I don't want to have to deal with. If I was a woman and it was a dude that I didn't want to have to deal with, everybody would be on my side telling them men to stay away from me. But I'm a man. So when I come into contact with people that I don't want to deal with, people are trying to create a situation where I have to deal with them. Why? If I was a woman and I said I didn't want to deal with these people, I'll have people on my side, on my back, like, yo, yeah, you don't have to deal with them. You know, let them go over there and live their life. But since I'm a man and I say the same thing, no, we got to create a situation where you have to have an interaction with them. Why? I don't want to have an interaction with them. I want them to go live their best lives over there. I don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody. I just don't want to be a part of whatever it is that you're trying to create that is causing for me to not enjoy myself. That's it causing for me to not be able to be in the right state of mind to do the things that I need to do in life. So I don't want to interact with you. I don't want to make things better. I don't want to figure out how we're going to fix it. I don't want to do none of that. There's no need to. If I come at you with kindness, and you think that my kindness is anything else other than kindness, then me and you aren't the same people. I should be moving along. So I don't know what the problem is, to be honest with you. I never know what the problem is. But homegirl that I saw, I don't know if she was like trying to disrespect me though, calling me a bird though. But homegirl, I'm literally the guy that is 100% straight. And I get insulted because there's chicks that don't know why I don't want them. So I can't be a bird. That's a factual statement, by the way. But you was fine. So even if you was insulting me, you was fine. I have nothing negative to say about you, to be honest with you. Yeah, so, and one more thing I want to clear up before I tell you before we get to actual BBN business and we get away from Jack Cross business. One more thing I want to clear up. All right, so when I do this at every single establishment that I go spend money at. Period. If y'all have people who I have good encounters with, I'm going to try to go to their place. So if you have, let's say I'm at Best Buy, right? Because I used to go to Best Buy all the time. I always went to the same people. I find out what days the people I like work. And I go to Best Buy on those days. You understand? I don't know no other bet. That's the best way I could explain that. I find out what days the people I like are at work. What days you at Best Buy. That's the days I go. Because I want to have an interaction with people so I can have a good experience. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to go back and forth about bullshit that don't make no sense. That don't make no difference. I don't want to do that. So yes, when I go to the supermarket and I see people who I think that I have good encounters with, more likely than bad encounters, I go to their fucking line. And I don't understand what the problem with that is. Apparently there's a problem with that. Apparently. But I don't understand what the issue is. Why do I have to go to the people's line that's going to try to give me stress? But shout out to them. Like, I'm not knocking nobody and I'm not angry at nobody. I'm just explaining. I used to literally wait to go to Best Buys on Thursdays because that's when my homeboy was gonna be there that know all the shit. Him or his sister. He had a twin sister. That's when they gonna be there on Thursdays. So I used to go to Best Buy on Thursdays. He used to be there Thursdays, I think Tuesdays. He was off on Saturdays. She was off on Saturdays. So I just knew they schedule. So then when I wanted to go to Best Buy, I went to those people. That's just it. That's just how I am. If I have good relations with you, I want to deal with you. I only want to find out if I'm going to have good relations with other people. It doesn't matter. Me and you have a good discord. What the hell? I don't get it. Anyway, one more thing I wanted to say, then we're going to get straight to the show. So, my computer has had a virus on it for the last 3 and so years. It's actually a terrible virus. And that's part of the reason why I've been having so many problems creating content. Yeah. So, I have to get my whole entire computer, everything ripped off of it and put back on. And this is just a terrible knot. I just don't like this knot. I have to get everything on my computer ripped off of it and then put back on as far as software is concerned. It's been an extremely bad virus, and that's one of the reasons why we've been having so many issues and so many problems over here with creating content. It's been on my computer for about 3.5 years now. So the fact that we're still up here doing anything with the virus that I have on the computer currently, so concerning the, oh shit. Excuse me, y'all guys Con Ed, right? Y'all turning the power off? Okay. No, I'm asking because I'm doing my my podcast. So I wanted to just make sure. Boom, God's the best. Yeah, they've been having Con Ed trucks sitting out in front of my house for like a week or two. I was like, are they ever gonna do the thing? But whatever. I was in no rush. That means nobody couldn't park outside. Weirdos couldn't be on the block. But the people that actually live here need the spaces. I mean, it's so weirdos couldn't be on the block. I'd be really concerned about weirdos nowadays. Weirdos is crazy. So we got the computer issue is we're gonna knock it out as always. Like I've been telling y'all, the problem has been my computer. I sent somebody a program. I just don't like the way the Nazis come. I sent somebody a program that I believe was infecting my computer. They told me without a shadow of a doubt it has a virus on it. I just don't like this. I don't like the way it's tied. So they said without a shadow of a doubt it has a virus on it. We're going to try to get that virus off. He explained to me how the virus was done. And hopefully we'll get that problem fixed sooner rather than later. Okay, we can have that conversation. Let's start the show right now. Shout out to Brooklyn NASDAQ. Shout out to Darkwing. We got Darkwing in the house. We got Brooklyn NASDAQ in the house. Brooklyn, I be wanting to repost you on Instagram, but I can't apparently because you give your shit's private. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. Appreciate everybody showing up this morning. All right, visuals. You was in here trolling the other day. Let's see if you got a good point. Okay, so why the white cops not getting any attention? Let me know. Let me know your opinion. I think it's probably going to be a lot simpler than me or you think, to be honest with you. I think it's probably something that's going to be a lot simpler and make a lot more sense than what me or you think. But let me know. No. Tell me what your opinion is real quick. Oh, yeah, I like this not better. Tell me what your opinion is real quick. I'm listening. Mike? What do you think, App? Also, it's the shirt. I think also the way the shirt is. Tell me what your opinion is. What up, Nick the Slick? Come on, bring it. Tell me what your opinion is. If you say a good enough opinion and you get into a good enough conversation, I'll invite you up here if you want to come. As always, I want to invite people up, but I'm not inviting people up that just want to argue with me. That don't make no sense. I'm not here to argue with you. I'll invite somebody up. Come on, let's go. What's your opinion? Never trolling. Come on. While you're writing your opinion, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I said if you state your opinion and you have a good argument, I will more than happily invite you up here. But I'm not just inviting people up to invite people up because, one, you're not green team. If a person is green team, they can just ask to come up and I'm going to bring them up. One, you're not green team. Two, I've seen you before coming in here and just saying incendiary comments. So I want to know whether you actually have a point before I invite you up here to talk with me. If you have a good point, even if I don't need to agree with it, I just have to think that you have a decent conversation or you're saying something that could allow for us to have a decent conversation. That's it. I don't need to agree with you. I don't need to disagree with you. You can say something that I've never thought of. Don't matter. I'm just not inviting people up. And you should understand that with all due respect. If you can't understand that, then you don't understand that. You was able to say, so just so we can be clear, he was able to write, he was able to write everything else, but he's not able to write what his opinion is. Do you understand? The gaslighting. He was able to write everything else, but when I simply ask him what his opinion, he can't write his opinion. You understand? So, no, I get it. The offer stands. Whatever you want to do, you can do it that way. Copy? The offer stands. Whatever you want to do, you can do it that way. But I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Yeah, before you knew I was going to even invite you up here, what you was going to say was in conversation. So why did you write the chain? There's no reason for you to have writing that, right? Right? You should be green team. I would have already invited you up. If talking on this platform was so important to you, you would be green team. Talking on this platform isn't important to you, so you're not. Peace. He just wanted to say some weirdo shit, I promise you. He just wanted to say some weirdo shit. Let's get back to it. What up, Arthur D. Glass? How you doing this morning? He just wanted to say some weirdo shit. Just pay attention. Oh man, I can't tell you unless you invite me up, but you told me all the other things. Like right now, you're telling me how you can't tell me unless you invite me up. I'm feminine. No, hey, you could go. How did I know he wanted to disrespect me though? How did I know? Told you he's a troll. All right, let's get back to it. I want to be clear on something. Yeah, I want to be clear on something. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. Also, don't believe he was driving to work. This is the easiest way to tell who's in here to troll me. They always bring up work. I promise you. 100% of the time. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. While they're at my job. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. He says morning frost, morning salute. Let's get to the first thing. Why hasn't the white officer been arrested yet? I was hoping that this dude was going to actually leave a comment, but he didn't because he's a troll. But just so we can be clear, I want to, damn, I just don't like this. Not. Just so we can be clear, I want to be clear about something, right? Listen and pay attention. This is the first thing that you have to understand about this. If they bring charges up against this dude that they can't make stick, they might hurt their other cases. You do understand this, right? I don't think this is a situation where homeboy is not going to get charged at all. I think that this is a situation where they're weighing whether they're going to charge him or not. That's one. Two, did you see what happened over in Atlanta? They might be getting ready to make a deal with homeboy in order for him to then turn witness against the other police officers. Anybody ever thought about that? He hasn't been fired. He's been removed from service, if I'm correct. Has he been fired? Hold on, let's look that shit up. What was his name? Preston. So we're gonna do Tyre Nichols, and then the guy name was Preston, right? Preston something or other. He's been relieved of duty. He hasn't been fired. Suspended. He has not been fired. So this is the hard part, right? Because what's going to happen is, I'm telling you what's going to happen is, you're going to have all of these people that don't understand the law. And this is the part that I think hurts us, when our activists don't know the law themselves. And they just get out here and be talking. And then they got to come back later on and explain they didn't know the freaking law. So basically, this is what I believe is going on. He or she looks so sad. This is what's basically going on, right? All right, so we're gonna read this real quick. The Memphis Police Department confirmed on Monday that 2 additional officers have been taken off duty in the connection of the death of Tyre Nichols, saying little except that the 2 are under investigation as the city officials and prosecutors work to determine who, beyond the 5 officers already charged with second-degree murder, should be held responsible. Those investigations led to the firing on Monday. Who told y'all that they was doing investigations? I don't remember no other YouTube content creator talking about they were doing investigations. I don't watch other people's pages, so I literally wouldn't know. I got to start watching other people's pages, though. But who was the guy that told y'all that they were doing investigations, or that they should be doing investigations into the whole entire precinct? So not only are they doing investigations right now, they're doing investigations for every single thing that happened at night. I believe those investigations is going to lead to an investigations to have them doing investigation on the whole entire investigations. They're going to have them doing the whole investigation on the whole entire precinct. That's what I believe, just so we could be clear. That's what I believe, just so we could be clear. Copy? I'm going to say it again. Who was the individual that told you that they should be having an investigation going on into the whole entire precinct? I said that whenever anything like this happens, they need to do an investigation at the whole precinct, because there's people there that deserve promotions. I'm not even talking about the people right now that deserve to get fired or be disciplined. I'm talking about there's people at those jobs that deserve promotions. And the reasons why they're not getting promotions is because the crooked people are up over them, holding them down. That's how this shit works. You got to understand this. It works because good men look the other way when other good men are being attacked, when other good men's names is being dragged through the mud, when other good men are being accused of things that they're not doing. Real good men, all they got to do is look the other way. And that's why people that deserve to get promotions most of the time don't get promotions. I have told y'all this story so many effing times. I used to work at Bellevue Men's Shelter. These are freaking facts. I used to work at Bellevue Men's Shelter. They tried to give me a promotion 3 damn times. Every time, they tried to give it to me twice. I turned it down. The third time I had to take it. They tried to give me They had to give me a promotion. They tried to give me a promotion twice that I turned down. The third time I had to take it. I was not accepting promotions for numerous different reasons. But I want to be clear on something. I did not deserve a promotion. I didn't deserve no promotion in no way whatsoever. You know why they was going to give me a promotion? Because I wasn't a dick. Because they liked me. Because they got along with me. Because people at the job was fearful of thinking I was going to do stuff. So when I became a supervisor, everybody got on their P's and Q's. Get it? Because I am honest. And even the people that hated me, even the people that wanted bad things to happen to me, when they're alone to themselves, they got to admit that. So when I got the promotion, and this is real talk, when I got the promotion, because I had no choice but to take it, that's a whole nother long story I don't want to get into. But when I got the promotion, everybody that worked on my shift, they shipped up. I didn't even know they shipped up because I didn't know what they was doing before I got there. But the people that ran the building actually was like, as soon as I got the promotion, everybody started doing what they were supposed to be doing. I was asleep. I would go to sleep for 2 hours a night, 2 to 3 hours a night in the damn laundry. That's what I was doing. The laundry had a VHS and the TV. And I go watch TV and go to sleep. And while I'm watching TV sleeping, everybody in the building, they don't know where I'm at. So everybody's scared. So they staying on post and doing what they supposed to be doing because nobody don't know where I'm asleep. Anyway, I say all that to say this. There's people that deserve promotions. So please go do an investigation. Do we want to do investigations to remove the people that don't belong there? Yeah. But what we really want to do is find those individuals that deserve promotions and put them in a position that they deserve. That's what we really want to do. So what I believe is happening and why the dude is not arrested yet is because, one, he's still an officer. They didn't fire him. They have to fire him first. They probably haven't gotten grounds to be able to fire him yet. Do you understand? Did he pepper spray the dude? Yeah, he did. Is that a fireable offense? No, it's not. Did he say that I hope those guys beat his ass? Yes, he did. But is that a fireable offense? And if they can't fire him, then how could they arrest him? And look, man, I'm just talking common sense over here. I mean, we could boil it down to emotions if you want. But emotions is not the way laws work. But we could boil it down to emotions. That there's people that think that he should be fired, so therefore he should be fired. Well, there's people that thought that Tyre Nichols should have been beat to death. I'm sorry, but that's true, and then they did it. Does that mean that Tyre Nichols deserved that? There's people that thought that Malcolm X should have been shot to death. There's people that thought that Martin Luther King should have been shot to death. Because those people think that's supposed to happen? You see how that works? Do you see how that works? You see how that works? But they want us to think with emotion. So they want us to be so angry that this guy is not also arrested. But what did he do? He stopped somebody illegally. That's not a reason to be fired. He was over aggressive with the driver. That's not a reason to be fired. He pepper sprayed the driver after trying to do an illegal arrest. That's not a reason to be fired. He didn't put in a call saying that somebody got away that he was trying to arrest, which was illegally. That's not a reason to be fired. I need to understand why he needs to be fired so he can be arrested. And it has to be something outside of emotion. Because if your point is going to be, well, that was bad. Well, yeah, it was a crime. Of course it was bad. When we do that no, there's a ton of officers that do illegal stops and don't get arrested. There's a ton of officers that pepper spray people and don't get fired. There's a ton of officers that put in fake calls to go chase people down in cars and don't get fired. So I need for you to explain to me why he needs to be fired, because they can't arrest him until they fire him. Because how are you going to say they did something that was bad and we're going to arrest you, but we're not going to fire you? So first they have to find an actionable offense to fire him. So I don't know what the other dude was going to say on why he needed to be arrested, but I'm assuming it was something that's emotional, and I'm here with that. I understand that. There's a bigger emotional connection every single time one of our brothers walking, minding their business, or driving, minding their business, or just minding their business, and then something happened to them. We gonna act like that's not a thing. But I need to know why that dude needs to be fired, because they can't arrest him until they fire him. Now, if you could prove that this was premeditated, which I think should be what they should be looking for, that they were looking for that particular man to stop that particular person, then now you're going to tell me that you're going to need this guy to be a witness. So maybe we're firing him, but are we arresting him? We're going to give him charges. Those charges are most likely going to go away because they need him to testify. So are you really wondering why they're not treating the white boy worse? And don't tell me they don't do that for black people, because they just about to let a whole bunch of killers and drug dealers and everybody else off in the YSL case. So you can't tell me that this isn't a thing. You see how that works? People love having conversations while they're ignoring a lot of facts. But when you make them look at those facts and have that same conversation, now they mad at you. They saying you're not falling in line. Most of these activists don't know the law. They have lawyers with them. They need to start talking to them guys before they come out and speak on some of these issues. You have lawyers with y'all, good lawyers. One of y'all lawyers recently just tried to run for a couple of years ago, tried to run for the Manhattan District Attorney. And that lady is great. I forgot her name that was running for the Manhattan District Attorney. She's freaking wonderful. Okay? I don't know if I want so many liberals running our government, to be honest with you. You are the same guys that want to allow for children to decide whether they're a boy or a girl. And I don't fall in line with that. So I don't know if I want y'all really running our government. But just so we can be clear, they have some wonderful lawyers over there at Until Freedom. Some really good workers, good lawyers. Please start speaking to those guys before y'all come out and talk. Some of the times. Just some of the times. Just go call them up, have a 10-minute conversation about whatever this is. I don't know how well your brain is. A 10-minute conversation would be more than enough for me. I don't know how your brain works. Maybe you need an hour conversation. I don't know. But call them up. Have a conversation so you can know what y'all talking about. Because for the people that's upset that that white dude hasn't been arrested yet, first you have to explain to me why he needs to be fired. Because they can't arrest him until they fire him. So they might be working on firing him. But they might also be working with him to try to get more in. They doing a whole investigation, homie. I promise you, they're investigating that whole police precinct. I promise you. Maybe the fire department now. Also, I promise you. Well, that was a maybe, so I don't know if they're doing that. But they're investigating that precinct, man. Shout out to that. I don't know if I want to fix this tie so bad. I don't know. Okay, we can get this top up first. I just don't like the way this knot is looking. I don't know if it's the tie. Maybe I can put iron the tie or some shit. Yeah, so I get it. People want me to get up here and be like, get the white guys, racism. Nah, man. There's a reason why these white dudes be getting away a lot of times, that be doing shit they not supposed to be doing. And that's because people be jumping the gun. I promise you. You'll be surprised at how many cases get lost because the DA jumps the gun. You'd be surprised. Sometimes there's a lot of people walking the street right now, whether they, because the DA jumped the gun. You just be surprised. So that's what I think it is. I think they don't want to jump the gun. I think they want to first see if they could use this particular officer, the white dude, in some way to try to, make sure that they get the other guys. You understand what I'm saying? But the proof that this is not a race thing, in my opinion, the proof why this isn't a race thing, just so we can be clear, they've been firing the EMTs. One of those dudes was white. He's done. He's fired. Copy? He was an EMT. He got EMT. He got fired, and they fired the EMT supervisor. What's gonna be the sad thing is if you find out that somebody lied and said that this dude was somebody, or this person is like a pedophile or some shit. So they beat him like that, and the nigga really ain't nothing. He really just some regular dude that want to stay to himself and do his own shit. I'm going to tell you the dangerous part about niggas, pardon my language. I'm going to tell you the dangerous part about other people not being able to manipulate you. Once people can't manipulate you, they want to destroy you. You understand? They want you dead. They want you gone. I'm talking about evil people. Once people that are up to no good, once they can't manipulate you, they want you out of here. You get it? The ability to not be manipulated actually adds value to you, no matter what the haters say. I once had somebody say that I only post people if they pay me. How? Most of the people I post don't pay me. What are you talking about? But you want to manipulate other people because I'm not doing the thing that you want me to do. Not a problem. I will never post you. That's a fact. I had somebody say, that's a fact. Just the other day, they was like, I don't post people. Most of the people I post don't pay me. My Instagram has not been letting me see a lot of y'all pages, not for nothing. This is what my Instagram looks like now. I just want to show y'all this. I don't even need to, I could just straight up just show you, just so you can understand. This is what my Instagram looks like now. All right, so here goes Reagan. She's usually the first thing on my Instagram, right? So, all right, so I got this going on. That's content stuff. I barely ever see content stuff. This is the most content stuff I've seen in days. What the hell? This is the most content stuff I see in days. I don't see content. I'm waiting for it to get to what I usually see. I open up my feed, I just close it. This is the most content I've seen. Maybe Instagram don't know I'm on yet or some shit. I don't know what to tell you. But this is the most content I've seen. I generally don't. Is that a Knicks? No, it's I generally don't see content. All I see is just chicks that I don't even follow in my feed. It's generally, is that the toilet? We not doing that. Yeah, this is the most content I've seen in weeks. I don't see content. Shit, this is now I see content. I don't generally see content. Like this shit right here. I don't follow neither one of these rap bastards. Why they showing me whatever that is? This is really the most content I've seen in a long time. I can't even explain this to you. I don't really see content. I'm so surprised you haven't heard. I'm over here. You don't understand how fucking surprised I am. I don't see content. This is the most interesting my freaking Instagram has been in like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm just trying to take it in. This is the most content I've seen like in 2 or 3 weeks. All I see is just chicks. That's it. It's just random chicks. I don't even be following them. I don't know why they. It's just chicks. That's all I ever see. Like, I don't see nothing else. I don't see and her. This is all day. I don't understand that shit either. Shout out to her. But yeah, I don't see. All I see is chicks all day. I don't see nothing else. Shout out to this shit. I might be on Instagram today. But if you also notice, I don't see none of you niggas. Look, I don't see none of you. I don't see none of the people that I actually follow to try to get content from. That's Reagan like 3 times. Like, I see her all day now too. So shout out to that shit. Reagan is pretty as hell. Yeah, so look, tell me which one of these is y'all content. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't see your content. So I don't even be knowing to post you niggas. So people be thinking I be a dick. Like, I'm not posting you. I'm not posting you. I don't see your content. Some of y'all I don't see for like a week or 2. And then when I see y'all post the content, then y'all be like, finally Jack posted me. No, nigga, I don't see your content. I wanted to say that. I've been meaning to tell you that for a couple of days now. I don't see your content. And it don't matter if I go to your page a lot. I don't see those people content either. So I don't know what the hell Instagram is doing. I don't have the slightest idea what's going on with that. I don't see nobody's content. Anyway, my fault. I didn't mean to go off on the side like that. Like I did. Anybody in here drop a froze? I feel a lot better now that I know for a fact that was a virus inside of my computer, because I did a lot of work that I can't even show y'all. And if we get the fucking virus out of the computer, now I can start actually working on the content. There's a lot of content that I can't even show y'all. There's nothing I can do because my fucking shit is fucked up. My computer, I kept telling y'all that. I was not capping. Why do you think I got so much content and I haven't been able to put it on the internet? For real. Why do you think I got so much content and I haven't been able to put it on the internet? It really was something wrong with it. It's called a spawn something. It's a spawn thing. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does. I don't know about viruses. But it's a hacker virus apparently. So, and it's been on my computer for like 3 years. So basically, you mean the whole reason why I haven't been able to get y'all content is because some hackers been in my computer fucking my shit up, making it so I couldn't do the content. And I'm still out here fighting. Shout out to the Most High. Shout out to the Most High for all those battles that I didn't know what was going on, and He was helping me win them. Shout out to the Most High. What the words say for today? Just shout out to the Most High for all of those battles that I did not know I was in. Yeah, shout out to the X. Salute. Shout out to for real, that I did not know I was in. And the wild thing about it, it was my favorite program. It was an editing program I had. I'm going to still try to find it again. I don't know how or if I can, but it was an editing program. I was just about to do something. Yeah, a real shout out. That's a fact. I was just about to do something. I forgot what it was. Real shout out. Boogie down, edit. I picked up the phone. Look, this. They show me this chick all day. You don't understand, man. I don't understand. It's like that. I don't see none of the people I follow. I don't see none of the people I follow. It's like crazy. I don't know what to tell you. It's like sporadic. I wanted to show y'all something. I forgot what it was. Give me 1 second. I was about to read the word, and then I don't know, it slipped my mind. So maybe this isn't the right time. So we're gonna read it in a moment, right? We'll wait until I like to wait until I feel like it's the right time to read it. But it slipped my mind, so this might not be the right time. So we're gonna wait. I do not have the slightest idea what the word says today. Just so we can be clear, I have not checked. I have not looked. I'm usually, like, always as surprised as you guys whenever it literally talks about what we're talking about. So I haven't checked it. I forgot about it. So I'm not going to check it. I'm not going to look. Whenever we read it is when we read it. I'm going to wait until it feels like it's the right time, like I usually do. So we're going to wait until it feels like it's the right time, like I usually do. With that being said, I want to get back to the conversation about this particular officer that hasn't been arrested yet. I say give it a minute. I don't see no. They have to figure out a way why they have to arrest the guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It feels so good when we just go off of emotions. That's something that I, throughout the course of my life, have to deal with. Satan knows how to set you off. Satan knows what your weakness is. And some of our weaknesses that we lean into our emotions. Right? So that's how Satan is going to attack you. You know, the dude that said that his wife left him is now on a he lied apparently about his wife leaving him. And they're now on the way to Puerto Rico. I just want to throw that out there so you can understand just how evil people are. And they think being evil like that is humorous, it's funny. It's not. Some people care about you. So I literally care about a nigga that hate me. I literally care about a person that, and his whole entire family. Just so we can be clear. That hate me. You understand? I literally care about a person, and I'm not gonna stop caring. I wish the best for them. I'm not here for no hate. But yeah, he came in here and lied. His wife ain't leaving. His family isn't broken up. Sent me through a whole traumatic event. So I literally care about niggas that hate me. And then y'all wonder why I just say I don't want to talk to people. I'm not going to show you the pictures or nothing like that because I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so him and his wife is on the way going on vacation right now. The same wife that he said he split up from. So you got to understand what evil do. Satan is going to know what the thing is that trigger you. And since they couldn't trigger me to be angry, since they couldn't trigger me to get upset, they came over here and they said something to me that they know was going to make me sad. the breaking up of a family that I thought was a good family. You understand? So shout out to him. I'm happy you have not broken up with your wife. I'm happy that y'all still got whatever that you have together. I'm happy whatever's going on. And I hope God gives you everything that you deserve. That's what I wish on every human being. That everything that you deserve, God give to you. So please don't tell me that I don't trust people. And I literally am surrounded by individuals who I can't trust, that I care about. You understand? I'm surrounded by them. To them, it's laughing, it's a joke. But I really care about these people that hate me. I really care about these people that want me to be homeless. I really care about these people that they not doing nothing but wishing bad on me. We not the same. Shout out to him though. So please don't tell me about how I stay away from people. Please don't tell me about how I stay away from people. Please don't do that. Alright? Don't do that. Nah, he didn't break up with his wife. That was all cap. So don't do that. Don't tell me that I'm a bad person. Don't tell me that I have a problem with people. Don't tell me that. Because all that's a lie. Just so we can be clear. All of that is a lie. I'm just surrounded by people who hate me. And who I don't hate. That's it. That's it. That's all. It's just that simple. It's as simple as that. It's no simpler than that. So shout out to him. He calls himself a real nigga, by the way. I guess it's sarcasm. I don't really want to think about it, to be honest with you. Calls himself a real nigga, by the way. I ain't gonna shoot at you. I ain't gonna shoot at your fan. I wish y'all the best. I wish every single thing that you deserve, God brings to you. Every single thing that's yours, I hope God brings it to you. As quickly as possible. Any regard. That's how my life is. Like, I'm not allowed to care about nothing. Every single thing I care about get used against me. You understand? Everything. So I'm not allowed to care about nothing. I'm not allowed to care about nobody. It is what it is, though. What you gonna do? Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm just really a nice guy, for real. I'm just really a nice guy. Trying my best not to allow for the evil people to make me look like I'm a bad person. So I walk away from shit. I don't want to get involved in shit. Because the bad people want you to think that I'm an evil person. So anything that I do to defend myself, they're gonna make it seem like I'm doing something, like I'm the bad person. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I guess I'll go back over this shit over here. Anyway, so back to this shit. The investigations also led to the firing Monday 2 medics and a lieutenant at the Memphis Fire Department for failing to follow protocol. This is another reason why I think that this might be a lot bigger than we seem it to be right now, than it seems to be right now. Even the paramedics was in on the not wanting to give dude any medical assistance. I'm going to say this, and this is just real shit. And this is just a problem that we have in our community more than any other community. We always want to try to hurt other black people. Now, they saw how that, whatever condition that man was in. What I believe is this. I believe somebody lied on him. Or maybe it's the truth. I don't know. But I believe somebody said something about him that made him a despicable individual. There's one thing that I can't think. There's one thing that I think we really need to be fixed a problem in America, and that's this. Could we start sending women to jail that lie on men about rape? Could we start removing children from homes that lie about them being sexually molested? Could we remove? Because look, listen to my logic. Pay attention. That woman that accusing that man of rape, how many other times has she used that as leverage against some dude to terrorize some man? How many other times has she used that as leverage? I'll put you in jail. I'll destroy your life. It don't gotta be true. All I gotta do is accuse you. How many other times has that little boy or little girl said that somebody touched them that didn't, but there really is somebody touching them? That person is, they protecting that person, but they willing to send some average regular motherfucker that didn't do nothing to nobody to jail. They willing to get that nigga killed. They willing to beat that nigga to death. But the dude that's actually touching that little boy or girl, they protect him because he family. He or she family. So they protect that motherfucker. But some random guy outside, whoever the little baby is that's getting abused, they want somebody to pay. They're a kid. They don't know no better. Let's just blame that person. Get him killed. So this shit looked like something that was more than what it looked like. They said, allegedly, that he was dating somebody's girlfriend at FedEx. I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if that's a thing. Just so we can be clear. I have no idea if that's a thing. That might just be all rumor. I heard somebody in the family say that was not true. Just so we can be clear. Also, I seen pictures of the dude. I thought the guy might, he looked kind of effeminate. I'm not saying he is. I 100% don't want to call people gay that's not. I get called gay all the fucking time, and I don't know what the fuck that's about, and I'm not. So I don't want to call nobody gay that's not, but he looked pretty effeminate. He doesn't look like the type of person that's going to steal your girl. She might not be a girl no more, and he might talk to her. But he don't look like the type that's pulling up on your woman, making y'all have a difficult relationship so he could then bag her. That's what I'm saying. He don't look like he got that energy. So I think there was something else going on. I think somebody lied and said something about him to make the other people think, you know what? We're just going to let this nigga die out. Also, just so we could be clear, is this just a normal practice? It is. Do they generally just leave people to bleed out and that just this time the person died? So that this needs to be looked into, just in general. Anyway, these investigations led to the firing on Monday of Lieutenant Fire Department failing to follow protocols, including properly assessing Mr. Nichols' condition while he was slouched on the ground against a police vehicle. He was slouched on the ground against a police vehicle. What in the heck, yo? Officials said the Shelby County's Sheriff's Department is conducting its own investigation into the actions of two of its deputies at the scene. Both have been relieved of duty pending inquiries and findings. They're looking for a reason to fire these dudes. I'm promising you. They're looking for a reason to fire them, but they probably didn't break any of the actual protocols that's going to allow for them to be fired, so therefore they can't arrest them. Officials said that all 7 officers have been placed on leave on January 8th, the day after McNichols and 29-year-old black man was stopped by police officers, kicked. So they knew off the rip. As soon as they saw this shit, these dudes can't come back to the office. One of the officers, Preston Hemphill, arrived just before another officer had pulled Miss Nichols from his car while it was stopped near intersection. So another officer already pulled him from the car. There was no reason to stop him, just so I could be clear. Another officer rolls up, pulls him from he rolls up on an officer while another officer is pulling him from the car. Remember, the police chief said there was no reason to stop him in the first place. In Southeast Memphis, the identity and involvement of the other officer has not been disclosed. So they're not even telling people who the other officer is. Why is that? Is he helping? Officials, Hemphill lawyer Lee Gerald said in a statement that one of the 4 videos of the encounter that were released by the city on Friday, labeled Video 1, has come from Officer Hemphill's body cam. He was never present at the second scene, which he wasn't, where officers caught up with McNichols after a brief foot chase and beat him severely. Mr. Gerald said of Officer Hemphill, he added that his client is cooperating with this investigation. Yes, he is. He's going to send all the other dudes to jail, I promise you. He's going to do exactly what just happened in the freaking YSL case. In his body cam footage, the Officer Hemphill could be seen firing a stun gun at Mr. Nichols as Mr. Nichols runs away. Taser was deployed. He said it's the dispatcher telling another officer one of the prongs hit the bastard. That's the Preston Hemphill. He looked like a snitch. Officer Hemphill, 26, was part of a specialized Scorpion unit that was created to patrol high crime areas in the city, as were the 5 officers who were charged with murder and other offenses. Officer Hemphill is white and the 5 other officers are black. What the hell you think is going to happen? They need somebody to roll over. You think they're going to get one of the guys to roll over that was doing the beating? Or you think they're going to try to get somebody to roll over that was not doing the beating? Which one you think they're going to try to get to roll over? Rhonda from upstate New York says, I heard this may be an issue over an ex or one of the other 5, also the fraternity brothers. So all the guys ruined their lives and killed the innocent man over some bull. Okay, so allegedly, we'll talk about that rumor real quick. I just mentioned it a second ago, but I'll talk about it again. Allegedly, there is a situation which they're trying to say that the guy is allegedly dating some chick that works at his job with him at FedEx. I do not know if this is true. If this is true, then I would say maybe he's the one, because you're not going to beat somebody like that. Like, maybe him. But the other dudes that was there, they're not going to beat somebody like that because the nigga took your girl, homie. That wasn't a took your girl ass whooping. That was a totally different type of ass whooping. So somebody lied, and all of these niggas is about to go to jail over a lie. And the nigga lost his life over a lie 9 times out of 10. Nine times out of 10. Somebody just lied. And so this man had to, and we do not know this to be the truth so far. But there's no way that you could tell me that's an ass whooping you give somebody because he stole your girlfriend, homie. That don't sound logical. Not to me. You could call it what you want to call it, but that don't sound logical to me. I think that there was more. Maybe the girlfriend thing did happen, and then the guy lied and said he touched my daughter. because they got a kid together. He touched my kid. Now they see the dude, and the dude look a little effeminate, so they believe the shit. That's what I think happened, honestly. There's a whole nother lie out there that made these people decide that they didn't want to give him medical treatment. The EMTs. He show up to the scene. Nah, that dude, he touched kids. They don't want to help him. Nah, that dude, he rapes women. They don't want to help him. You understand? So we don't know if any of this shit is true. But if it was true, it would have came out already. So yeah, something is going on here that looked way too personal. I do believe that there was some personal shit in there. And I also believe that the first officer, which they are not releasing his name, that nigga talking. I promise you he talking. He was the first dude. He created the situation because he stopped the car and tried to pull dude out the car. He talking. Why they didn't release his name? That part. He's talking. I promise you. Why they didn't release his name? They released everybody else's name. Right? They didn't release his name. Why? 2 reasons. He started talking off the rip. Listen. He started talking off the rip. Off the rip. Like as soon as this shit happened. As soon as this shit happened, he started talking off the rip. Meaning, he started talking as soon as he saw how badly that man was in the hospital when they beat him. Remember, all this shit happened the very next day. I'm trying to fix my screen. Remember, all this shit happened the very next day. He was talking off the rip. Hold on. Sorry about that. He was talking off the rip. I promise you. Look what this shit say. Hold on. Look at this. It says, just so we can be clear. Oh, shoot. I got water. Hold on. Let's scroll back up. It says specialized unit. These guys got they all got removed from duty the next day. We just saw that. Hold on. They got removed the next day. We just saw that. Specialized unit patrol the 5 black. Today's deployed body cam to the fire. Didn't we just read that? He was upset at the scene and was pulling in Nichols over the client is cooperating in the investigation. More details. Hold on. The scene we just read the shit. Alright, so right here it says that the thing happened January 7th. These guys were released on January 8th. They were put on leave They were put on leave the next day. The next day. Somebody has to be talking. The only person they not telling us name is that one dude. We all know that the government protects their witnesses to a degree. An official account written up hours after the beating. This is the BS that they wrote. The officers, 5 was fired, charged with murder. They were immediately fired. Leaders of Memphis have raised specialized police groups. All of these. Okay, I don't want to get into that particular thing. All right, so that's the dude, Preston Hemphill. Let's see what the family is saying. Lawyers for the Nichols family said it's extremely disappointing to learn that Hemphill has been relieved of duty but not yet been fired or charged. Once again, they have to they can't just fire somebody because you do something that you know is, a person does something. We could look at it and say definitively, this thing is wrong. That person is wrong for doing this thing. Definitively, there is no question. Right? That's the way we feel about it because we see a thing and we know it's wrong. This is the best way I can tell you. Do you know how you can tell what porn is? You just know. You just know. You understand? You just know. So we can see a thing and just know that that's wrong. You understand? But it's still, when we're dealing with the law, has to have an actual offense behind it. You understand? So unless he's doing something that we know his intentions are screwed up, that's not the question. We know that the person's intentions are bad. That's not the question. The question is always, is it an actionable offense? I've been teaching y'all way more law than you actually know. I've been talking way more law stuff than you actually know, man. For real. That's why these dudes really can't debate with me and why it's a waste of time. And why if I try to debate with them, it's just going to be them being mad at me thinking that I think I'm a leader or some shit. You guys can't debate with me, man. You want people to debate with me that don't know the law. They gotta look up what they talking about, why they talking to me. What the fuck I want to debate you for? You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just looking it up as you talking to me, trying to create an argument. Well, I have a whole entire argument, and if I show you something, it's because I already done read it about 5 or 6 times. Anyway, there needs to be an actionable offense. A lot of times these dudes do not get fired because there's no actionable offense. Shout out to Dimitri. Salute. So there needs to be an actionable offense. Do we want this guy fired? Hell yeah, we want this guy fired. We want him removed. But there's no actionable offense. Just so we can be clear, he saw another officer struggling with a guy, showed up to the scene, tried to help said officer, and then when the dude ran off, he tried to tase him. Then he said, I hope they stomp that guy out. None of those are fireable offenses. Not one of those things are fireable offenses. We don't want him to have his job anymore, but until they put something into the bylines of the policing system of America that says that if you just do something that we know is wrong, we can remove you. There's nothing anybody could do right now. The best thing they could do is try to get the dude to work with them. That's it. Like, there's no actionable offense that we know of right now, unless they change some bylines or something. Why is their identity and the role he played in Tyre's death now coming to light? Okay. The lawyer Ben Crump and Antonio Romanucci said in a statement Monday, we have asked from the beginning that the Memphis Police Department be transparent with the family and community. These news indicate that they haven't risen to the occasion. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if... Okay, his lawyer has to keep screaming out, fire that dude. Don't get this confused. So, thank you for doing your job. He has to do that. Any of the activists have to scream out, fire that dude. Thank you for doing your job. just because I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm not going against you. I just am explaining the particulars of the situation. It might not be as easy as people want it to be. That's what I'm doing. The police department have not answered question Monday about the 7th officer. A spokesperson said that they will update our social media when additional information is available. Yeah, so basically this is what's going on. Homeboy, just so we can be clear, homeboy, he's not being fired currently because how? What are we? The people that think he should be fired, explain to me why he should be fired. He should be fired because some other niggas beat a dude to death. You have to be able to prove that that was part of his plan. You have to be able to prove that he was complicit. Now, he showed up at the scene after the dude was already beat up and effed up. They should lean into that to remove him. If anybody wanted to know where y'all should be looking. I'm pretty good with the law, man. And I'm pretty good with apparently telling you what humans are going to do next. Except for when it involves me. So I'm pretty good at the law, and I'm pretty good at telling you what humans are going to do next. So I'm telling you where to look. All you people that want him fired, don't give up the point that he, just like them EMTs, did not do his job when he showed up and saw that that particular person that was in custody was in the condition that they were in. He also didn't do his job. Every police officer that showed up to that scene and didn't immediately look to get that person help or assistance, they should be removed. That's where you guys should be at. Y'all guys is busy. Anyway, I'm trying to explain actionable offenses. That's an actionable offense. All right? So we're trying to get actionable offenses where we could remove these guys. I think too often people are just so emotionally charged that they're not paying attention to the actionable offenses. And that's how these guys get off. We can't fire a person because of our emotions. We have to look at their actual conduct. We have to look at what they did or didn't do. Not just because they did something that we know was evil. You understand? When I go to the store and I see 3 cashiers, and I know one of the cashiers, when I go to her, whether she like me or not, I'm just going to get good service. She might just put my shit in the bag and I'm going to leave the store. Yeah, I'll go to her. If there's another cashier I know that if I walk up to and I say good morning, they're going to say good morning. Yeah, I'll go to her. But if there's another cashier that I know over there, any store, and I go up to her thing and I'm going to get a bad attitude and I'm going to get bad service. And then she's also going to tell me off. Why would I go to her? That don't even make sense. I'm going to get bad service. I'm going to get a bad attitude. And they're going to tell me off. And talk shit about me when I walk away. Why would I go up to them? Me avoiding them is the best thing for both me and that person. I don't know what the problem is. Most of the time people are saying I'm crazy, it's because I'm avoiding the traps they set in. And they're mad. Just telling you. I'm just avoiding the traps. You want me to go talk to somebody that is 100% going to create a problem for me. I don't want to talk to them. That's it. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I don't want revenge. I don't want nobody. I don't want to talk to them. The fuck? Yeah, no hard feelings or nothing. People be think I be mad at them when I don't want to talk to them. I'm not mad at you. I just don't never want to speak to you again. That's it. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I just think that if I deal with you, my life is going to have unnecessary complications. And I don't want the unnecessary complications, so I just prefer not to deal with you. And I think that that's the literal adult thing to do. I don't understand how when I do it, it's not the adult thing to do. But when other people would do it, they're mature. But when I do it, it's not the adult thing to do. I have to go around to people who don't like me. I have to, so I don't understand this. I think this shit, I don't understand this. I don't understand. If anybody could explain this shit to me, I'm here. I'm listening. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. It's early. I think it's still early. It's not even 11 o'clock, right? It's still early. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it into the chat. Let's read our verse today. Let's see what it says. There's no way it's gonna talk about the same thing I've been talking about today. There's just no way. It's not possible today, Bible. This is what we got today. Matthew 19:26. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible. What with God, all things are possible. All right. A little, vague thing telling us about a thing. Jesus' words, so you're making me have to read the damn thing today. Talking about divorce, by the way. Talking about divorce. When Jesus had finished saying these things, he left Galilee. He left Galilee and went into the region of Judea at the other side of the Jordan. Large crowds followed him. He healed them there. Some Pharisees came to him to test him. Satan is always trying to test you. Some Pharisees came to him to test him. They said, is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife with any and every reason? Haven't you read, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female and said, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, God is joined together. Let no one separate. I just want to stop real quick. You know how I keep telling y'all, you're not supposed to entertain a person who's in a relationship? Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. You know, every single time y'all talk to somebody and y'all speak negatively about a relationship that person is in, you probably think you're helping, but you're not. Because you're not supposed to be a part of that relationship, and you're not supposed to be weighing in on those matters. The only way that you're supposed to be talking about a relationship is encouraging it, keeping the shit together, and help heal it. Anyway, therefore God is joined together, let no one separate. Why then, they asked, did Moses command that a man give his wife a certificate of divorce and send her away? What Satan is always doing is trying to catch you and twist your words around. Satan is the author of confusion. The man that we know is Jesus Christ just said, therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate. And their response back to him was, why then did Moses command that a man give his wife a certificate of divorce and send her away? Jesus replied, Moses permitted you to divorce your wife because your hearts were hard. But it was not this way from the beginning. I tell you that everyone who divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, and marries another woman, commits adultery. You're not allowed to leave your wife unless your wife was cheating on you. The disciples said to him, if this is the situation between a husband and a wife, it may be better not to marry. Jesus replied, Not everyone can accept this word, but those to whom it has been given, for they are eunuchs who are born that way, and there are eunuchs who have been made eunuchs by others, and there are those who choose like eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. The one who can accept this should accept it. Basically, this isn't for everybody. Marriage isn't for everybody. There's people who don't even think about marriage. So why would this criteria fall under them? We're not supposed to divorce our wives. We're supposed to take marriage seriously. We're supposed to take relationships seriously. I don't think people take relationships seriously. I think people look at you as a stopping point more than a place to lay down at and get comfortable. I'm not a stopping point type nigga. I'm personally not interested in just having sex with you. So if I'm interested in anything in you, it's a much higher level than that. I don't want to be in a relationship that's just we having sex. I'm not interested. I was dating this one woman, and the relationship couldn't work because there was so many rules I had to follow. I couldn't see going this day. I couldn't go around this day. Too much work. This and this and that. We weren't able to build the family vibe, but she wanted me to ask her to marry her. And she was pissed off at me about not asking me to marry her. And then after we even stopped being together, when we have the conversations, we say, well, you should have asked me to marry you. How could I ask somebody to marry me who has one foot in the relationship and the other foot out? So I have nothing negative to say about no woman I dated. Don't get this confused. But some of us not looking for one foot in the relationship and the other foot out. We're not looking for that. And anything that looks like that is something that if you just let's not look for that. I don't need to have sex with a million women that feel like a man. I don't need that. There's a lot of men out here that don't need that. Y'all chase the dudes. Women chase the dudes that only want to have sex more than they chase the dudes that want to go build the future. And that's why you got a lot of guys that get rich on their own. That's why you got a lot of guys that get to the bag and be single. That's why. I'm going to see today, could they remote my computer and try to fix the issue that I have. Maybe take everything off my computer and re-put it on. I don't know. You know, see, I'm going to ask today if I get an opportunity. Yo, men out there, don't not know your value, yo. Women know our value, I promise you. I promise you they know our value. They just don't want us to know our value. I promise you. I grew up with gaslighters. They go sit amongst each other, decide what they're gonna lie to you about to try to get you to do a thing. So I grew up with gaslighting. So you got a part of me when I just don't trust people. I grew up overhearing conversations about how they were gonna lie to people to get them to do the thing that they want them to do, how they all got their lie together. I grew up around that. I'm a different breed. I don't think none of those people going to heaven. None of them. That's why I don't need them in my life. I don't think none of those people are living inside of God's will. None of them. Not one of them. Give me 1 second. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Any conversation y'all want to have? I want to get in contact with the people, with the homeboy about my phone, about my computer. I'm gonna send a message now. All right, so that's it. Let's see what happens. See, hopefully, that's something we can do today. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so anything y'all want to talk about? Nah, that's not real shit. That's just some shit that happened to me. Like a lot of weird shit. Like I don't conform to shit that I like. I'm gonna say this much real quick. And this is why I am not angry and or upset that I was abandoned. Like, I'm not angry or upset at all. I know that the only reason why I feel the way about God is because I was abandoned. Like, that's the only way I feel it. I don't think I would feel the way that I feel about him if not for that. You understand? So I'm fine with that. I know there's people that's gonna be like, yo, man, he's still upset. No, I'm not. I don't care about that. I mean, I literally learned how to be by myself and be okay with it. Some of y'all can't be by yourselves at all. Y'all go crazy. I literally learned how to be by myself. I mean, it probably causes me more problems now than help because I'm so comfortable with being by myself. I don't really want to invite anybody into my world because every time I think I just choose people bad. I think I'm just a bad people chooser, to be honest with you. Be honest with you. I think I just choose people bad. To be honest with you. I don't trust myself to choose people. I just don't. To be honest with you. That's a 100% vote of bad. I don't trust myself to choose people. I think I'm bad at it. I just think I'm bad at it. To be honest with you. Anyway, so whatever y'all want to talk about, I don't really care. I mean, I'll close up shop now. To be honest with you, or we can stay talking for a little bit longer. But whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm not in no rush, nor in any not rush. Nothing. This particular topic, I think learning that homeboy lied about, I'm happy he lied about him and his wife breaking up. Don't get this confused. But like, why would you do that? Like, his Instagram calls himself a real nigga, by the way. He's a real N-word. But you lied about breaking up with your wife, though. Like, why would you do that? Like, forget whatever you're doing to me or whatever. Like, why would you play with your covenant with God, with your wife? Like, why would you play with that? Why would you invite God to now test your marriage? Why would you do that? Why would you invite Satan into your household? Why would you do that? So, nah, I'm fine with, I thought that was crazy. That was bananas. Like, that was, why would you invite Satan into your household? Like, why would you do that? So, I don't want to do nothing. Let whatever you dealing with, you deal with. So why would you do that? You know your wife is never gonna look at you the same if you know you did that, right? Women are crazy. Women will cheer with you when you do some weirdo shit, and you be thinking but in the back of their mind, they be like, yo, what did this nigga just want to tell a joke about us separating? Why would you do that? In the back of her mind, she's probably going to be thinking about that forever. Why would you do that? So, salute to you. I'm very happy that you and your wife have not been divorced. That was actually the best news I've gotten in a couple of days. Because I don't hate you. And I don't want bad for you. Even though you want bad for me. You hate. Anything y'all want to talk about? Anybody want to come up here and chop it up with me? I don't even use that phrase no more. Sheesh. Anybody want to come up here and talk with me? I don't even use that phrase. No, LeBron is not worthy of being passing Kareem being the GOAT. You want to know why? That don't put LeBron at GOAT status. Do you want to know why? LeBron stays in games to score points that their team has crushed. They will have crushed the team. They'll be up by 20. And LeBron stays in the game to get points. They'll be down by 20. 3 minutes left. LeBron is in the game to get points. You know what most superstars do after the game is already out of reach one way or the other? They go sit. Unless they're having like a career night. They go sit. Thousands and thousands of LeBron's points come from when the game was already out of reach one way or the other. Kareem literally played in the era that once the game got out of reach, you sat this dude so he don't get hurt. So that's feeling on. You can feel however you want to feel, by the way. I'm not trying to tell you can't feel the way you feel. I'm just explaining the way I feel. So I feel like LeBron stays in the game when he should sit. He stays in the game and he hurts the youth on his team. How does he hurt the youth? Because when it's garbage minutes that they should be getting so they can get some quality time on the court, he's on the court. That's why players don't develop on his team. Nobody pays attention to that. Players don't develop on LeBron's team. Shout out, we got Darkwing up in here. What up, homie? Mike's on mute. You want me to unmute you or you?
My bad, my mic's on mute. 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good?
Oh, you already know what it is.
Yeah. What you saying makes sense because you know he all about catching Kareem right now. So
no, he's been doing this his whole career, just so we can be clear. But keep going.
Nah, well, yeah, true. But he's been carrying teams his whole career. Well, not carrying. Let's say early in his career, he's been carrying teams. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, development of young players because you want to try to win now, load them up. I get it. Yeah, but what about him? Know what you saying? My bad. Go ahead.
Nah. I'm cutting you off. What you gonna say?
No, I said, what about him passing Kareem next week? Probably.
Okay, so this is my issue with LeBron, and this has always been my issue with LeBron. I like LeBron. I think he's an incredible player. He's a once-of-a-generation player. He is the second coming of Magic Johnson. This is a fact. This is not proverbial. I'm not just throwing shit out there. It's a fact. The issue that I have with LeBron is that he doesn't name a player on his team that ever developed. Name any player that he ever played with. He's supposed to be a great leader, right?
Yeah.
But name a player that came to his team and developed. You can't.
Nah, you're right. I'm really spinning my wheels right now. Nah.
Because what happens is the way LeBron's game is, you have to have all the players on the team a certain way in order for them to be able to, in order for him to be effective. So let's look at the contrast. We can name players that play with LeBron and their games went the opposite of development. They actually went backwards. Chris Bosh.
Yeah. Right.
Chris Bosh was a beast in Toronto.
Yeah, because he got put in a cat in a box because LeBron wanted him to be in one position. Yeah, because the way the team was composed, and he fell off after that.
Yep. Love.
Right. Spot up. Turned him from an all-around beast.
These
rebounded in a spot up threes. True.
Players. These guys were incredible post players. LeBron moved them out of the post so his game could win. And just so we could be clear, the reason why LeBron needs those type of bigs is he doesn't want a center and a power forward to be under the basket at the same time because those guys
100%.
strong.
I already know. That's what I'm saying. That's why he had to construct his teams playing GM because he didn't want no paint fillers. None of that. He wanted spotted 3-point shooters, him and drive the lane. Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
That's 100% a fact.
The reason why LeBron can't be a GOAT to me, he just can't be a GOAT. He's the greatest, one of the greatest. He's a generational player, but he's not a GOAT. If you look at Kareem, the players on Kareem's team didn't have to readjust to play with Kareem.
Right.
When you look at Magic, the players on Magic's teams didn't have to readjust. Isaiah, they didn't have to readjust. Jordan, they didn't have to readjust. They ran whatever the system was, and then they were still able to get theirs, right?
Yeah, you're 100% factual and correct. 100%. Now, my thing too, LeBron for me is out of the GOAT question. Generational talent, yes. Chosen, yes, from whatever stage. But he crafted his whole career pretty much to put himself in this position. Look what he did last night. He didn't show up in Brooklyn because he wanted to go play in the Garden. Then he figures he's going to win. He's going to pass Kareem in LA next year, which to me is fraudulent anyway because you're not an LA dude. Still, even with that one hashtag chip, bubble chip. So.
Okay, so this is what happened. LeBron was supposed to come to the Knicks instead of going to Miami. The Knicks effed up. Remember when he went to Miami? He was supposed to come to
Yeah. That would have.
The Knicks effed up. They had a bad meeting. All right? They had a bad meeting with LeBron. So LeBron chose Miami. LeBron was supposed to come to the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony and with what's his dude name? The point guard.
What was that dude at the time, man? That's your team.
Right now. He's on the Suns right now. He used to be on the Hornets. They tried to trade him to the Lakers, and then that shit fell through, and that shit ain't work. You know what I'm talking about? He wear number 3. Nobody don't like him in the league. He does the State Farm commercials.
Oh, come on, man. You are.
What's this nigga name?
Of course, you were nuts. CP3, man.
Yeah, CP3. So LeBron was supposed to come to New York with CP3 and with Melo, right? So, and if they would have came with CP3 and Melo, he wouldn't have had to trade nobody. The Knicks were in a good position to take on LeBron, CP3, and Melo. What happened was the Knicks had a bad, whatever the hell, meeting with LeBron. So LeBron was able to be convinced by Pat Riley and Dwayne Wade to go to
but it really wasn't a hard sell though, because you're not Pat Riley, Miami, the weather.
No, that's not a hard sell. But he wanted to
but I got what you're saying.
He wanted to play for the Knicks, or he wanted to play for the Lakers at some point in his career.
It would have been a better look for him, his legacy-wise, if he'd have made that maneuver.
Oh, yeah. Numerous.
Yeah.
But
come on,
he didn't play in the Garden, though. They eat it alive.
Okay. Pardon me, young lady. Yeah, I'm following. My bad.
All right, so this is something a lot of people don't know. So I used to date this lawyer, but apparently she got messed up, and she's, I'm not even going to get into it, but she doesn't practice regular law no more. She practiced some other kind of sports law shit. So she's involved with, like, you know, the real reason why this dude quit the NBA, he was addicted to crack, allegedly. Dude what was his name? Brandon Roy? Remember Brandon Roy?
Brandon Roy? No, he lost both his kneecaps. But I hear you. I don't put nothing surprises me, but.
So allegedly what happened with Brandon Roy, what really happened with him, the real problem is that he had a drug problem.
Oh,
and that's why his knees got fucked up.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So he allegedly had a crack problem. Allegedly. All right. And I heard about this. I think so. It's just some chick I was dating. She was like in Maryland. So what happened with LeBron James is LeBron James. And this is why the problem was in Cleveland. They found out about this problem in Cleveland. when LeBron James went to Miami, he had to get a sports doctor. He had to get a psychiatrist.
I'm following.
So when LeBron went to Miami, he didn't have one in Cleveland. When he went to Miami, the only reason why Pat Riley even signed him and all that shit was because they told him that he needed to get mentally stronger. So they went and they got him an actual sports. They got him an actual psychiatrist when he was in Miami.
Copy that.
Know that. That's actually what changed his. You understand what I'm saying? He was a different animal when he went to Miami in contrast when he was in Cleveland. He was great in both places, but he was different when he got to Miami. He had to go get a turn. He had to go get a freaking psychiatrist. And the reason why I know this is because I was dating this chick that she's in that loop. You understand what I'm saying? Allegedly, that's one of the reasons that also led him to go to Miami. That was what the drawback was. That's why he was going to choose New York. He didn't want to do that. You understand?
Yeah.
Miami was like the only way you could come down here. You got to get a lawyer. You got to get a psychiatrist. We have to get you with a sports psychiatrist. That's the only way that's gonna. And so that's why he was leaning towards New York to begin with. And then they had a effed up meeting in New York, and then that's when he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go with Miami." And that's why I personally am. He wouldn't have been this.
Wow. But see, that's the whole thing too. Like, I don't. The way with LeBron, the way he's so like to me personally, like I love it.
Keep talking. Explain yourself well.
You hear me? Yeah, I love his talent. Like I used to live in actually Canton, Ohio, back when he was a senior at high school. So I watched him come from high school, play at most of his games, national TV, go head to head against Carmelo. So I love, as a basketball fan, historian, love what LeBron was going to bring to the game. Came into the NBA and did all the expectations that he had on his head, he lived up to them. All of that is fine and dandy, but as he matured as a professional athlete and his personality, that's where like a lot of his situations started to unravel for me personally. And like, I don't know the dude, so I'm not speaking like, oh, I hate LeBron, because it's not about that. It's about calling things what they are. Okay, I think he might have been in his 6th or 7th year, and LeBron played in some summer league against high school kids. And I believe one of the dudes made it to the league, but he was like a junior or senior high school.
You talking about Jamal Crawford's brother dunking on him? You talking about that?
Yes, sir. And he tried his hardest to get that scrub from the world.
Nike did. Stop. That was a Nike.
Okay.
That was Nike. That was not LeBron James.
Okay, I get it.
I don't know if LeBron James was behind it or not. But what happened is this. When you go to these particular jump offs and stuff like that, stuff happens all of the time that's embarrassing to these NBA players. It happens all the time. It don't get put out into the media. So they were basically trying to do the same thing that they've done previously with other guys that got dropped or got dunked on or got embarrassed.
Yeah, okay. All right, I get it. But from then on, like I said, it wasn't things like that started to, like, you know what I'm saying, not tarnish him.
I didn't like that either.
But I looked at him differently, like, okay, he got dunked on, so what? It happens. I've been dunked on, I've dunked on, so let's go. But, you know, anyway, but things like that, just the way his...
Real quick. Don't lose your thought. I'm going to say something real quick.
Do you think?
I respect the nigga getting dunked on because that means you was playing deep. There's a lot of niggas that don't get dunked on because they don't play no defense. So I can understand somebody it might look ugly. You understand what I'm saying? But I can respect somebody playing D. Like, you don't get dropped unless you play. Well, you couldn't get dropped and not play D. But if you get dunked on, 9 times out of 10, that's because you was playing defense, right?
I mean, you jump for them, right. Yeah. Like I said, and all that is respectable. But it's the whole. Okay, you said Nike was scrubbing it, so then all right, I won't put that on his head. But like I said, for me personally, that just kind of tarnished. Then the whole taking his talents to Miami, because for me, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a New Yorker. LeBron in New York, that's gold. That's platinum.
Yeah.
And he, you know what I'm saying, he flirted. It would have been great for his thing, because y'all would have been had a chip by now.
I think that if he comes to New York, that whatever.
Now, no.
I think that if he would have came to New York at that time.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think that it wouldn't even be a question about putting him on the Route Rushmore, because I don't care what you say. People have won a lot of times in LA, so he can't bring them enough chips to own LA. But if he would have came to New York and brought New York 2 or 3 rings, he would own New York City. That
would have elevated him even. Well, yeah, it would have elevated him. Yeah, into that situation. You're right.
He would have owned my dude. He would have owned my dude. You know, right now, Melo bring us shit. But you know, right now, if Melo showed up to the Garden, everybody cheering.
Yeah, Melo. Yeah, Melo. Yeah. New York loved Melo.
Yes, we loved the way he was here. It's just that New Yorkers don't know how to show love to a nigga.
Facts.
Yeah, we got too much of this. If we want you to win, we bash you shit. Like, there's no, like, that's wrong. Like, I get it. When them niggas ain't playing defense, get on them, right? But could we do the supporting when you're doing the right thing?
But listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but the only reason that takes him out of there's only one reason. Forget about it's about MJ, but the thing that takes him out of the GOAT category for me is because simply when you saw MJ go to the finals, right? He had a couple of nail biters, but there was no question that ring belonged to Mike.
That's a fact.
No question. LeBron had too many slips, man. He didn't show up in the series. I
don't think LeBron is better than Kobe.
Nah. He didn't have enough of that young killer. He didn't have it for me. LeBron. So great career, great athlete, yes. Hands down, I give it to him, but he's out of the GOAT for me.
Your GOAT, if your best player on your team has to be able to win a certain amount of games every year by themselves. With no help.
By itself, with nothing.
I'm gonna say this. So do you remember when people used to play basketball and there used to be 40-point switch at 20?
Yeah. That's how we used to do it back in the way. Yeah.
That's how we used to do it when I was growing up. Yeah. I used to be in those games game is 40, switch at 20. And I scored 32 points. I scored 34 points. If we go into an overtime and it's like the game ends up being like 50 or some shit like that, I might have 40. So the point in which I'm trying to make is, I personally, because of the way I think that if you are the superstar of any team, you got to be able to go win a game by yourself. You have to.
Absolutely. You got to be able. You have to have that. Yeah.
Play a game by his damn self.
That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. You got to be able to say, no, start to finish. This is my game. I don't care what they do. It's over. Yeah. He didn't have that when he was.
I don't think he could win enough games by himself in the course of 1 year for me to consider him a GOAT. Kobe will go win 6 games in a row by himself. Tell me where the lie is. Mike will go 40 games in a row, 15 games in a row.
Climbing the ladder and scoring. Climbing the ladder, scoring.
By himself.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron could win 20 games in a whole season by himself.
No, I don't. Like he don't. For me, like I said, he don't got it. He's never had it for me. He's
how
been
many
in
games do you see? I'm not trying to cut you off, but how many games do you see Curry go win by himself?
Curry go win by himself?
By himself.
Curry go bananas and give you 30 easily. Go on a streak and just what?
By
easily.
Himself. So you understand?
By himself. I know exactly what you're talking about. And like I said, he's never had that for me. He's put himself, like going back to my first statement, he's constructed his career very well. Hence, that's where he's at. So he could take a night off. He's got 116 points to go to break Kareem, and I think it's fraudulent. I give him his props. He did it. He scored the points that it took to take down Kareem's name. But nah, he'll never be a GOAT in my eyes.
I'm just not here for that. I think that there's other ways that he's made a big staple in the game. If he wins, nobody forgot about anything. You're just trying to figure out the opposite of something. What makes you think that we forgot that he carried his Cleveland team to the finals?
Yeah, nobody ain't when he was young. Exactly. I'm not taking that from him. But you got to think about it, though.
No. Hold on, Darkwing. None of us is taking that away from him. That's
okay.
Here. You see how it feels when you're up here and people are just saying you saying things you're not saying?
Yeah, because I should have mentioned it. I know. Nah, it's all good. It's all good because it's all good. I ain't tripping. I'm cool.
No, I know you're not tripping, but you see how this feels though.
Yeah, I get you.
Comment section, and they talk about nobody. We're not forgetting about any of that.
Oh, remember LeBron carried the team of no names to the chip. You know what I'm saying? He took down Boston, right? That was Boston he took down, right? When he was unstoppable. I'm not taking that from him because guess what?
I forgot who, but I told you this person is just in here trying to find little tiny points in which they could show that's contrary to what I'm saying. Why would I have a conversation with somebody who your whole thing is trying to argue with me? You see why I don't invite these people up? That don't make sense. Hold on, I'm giving you an opportunity to read the next comment. So you mean because LeBron went to a team, took a team to the finals? So you know how many players we can name that was on teams by themselves and took a team to the finals? Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, by themselves took a team to the finals. Patrick Ewing. You want me to name any more? I can name more. Teams by themselves, they took a team to the finals. You need me to name more? Dirk Nowitzki, he actually won against LeBron. You want me to name more? Because you think that these are good points you're making. You need me to name more? That's 4 right there. That's 4 right there, just so we can be clear. I don't think somebody taking somebody to the finals is enough to make them a GOAT. You consider Charles Barkley a GOAT? You consider Patrick Ewing a GOAT? Dirk literally won the game that he took to the finals by himself against LeBron. So you're going to say you think that Patrick Ewing is a GOAT just so you can win the argument. Now do you understand why I'm telling you? I don't be taking these people. Nobody considers Patrick Ewing a GOAT except for New York niggas. Nobody considers Patrick Ewing a GOAT. Patrick Ewing is one of the most disrespected superstars in the history of any sport. But you consider Patrick Ewing a GOAT. And you want us to believe that. One of the most disrespected, underappreciated athletes ever in the history of modern day sports. And you want us to believe that you consider Patrick Ewing a GOAT. Explain this. I'm here. I'm listening. Explain this. No, explain how Patrick Ewing is a GOAT. You said yes. You consider Patrick Ewing a GOAT. All 4 of those people are named. Patrick Ewing, right? Explain. I don't consider Patrick Ewing a GOAT. I don't consider Charles Barkley a GOAT. But explain. This is usually when the insulting and when the bringing up stuff that we're not talking about comes in, that they got to try to distract y'all. Explain. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm damn sure not inviting you up here. I didn't say anything about getting the ring. You asking questions I'm not talking about, right? So ask me more questions instead of just answer my question. How is Patrick Ewing a GOAT? How is Charles Barkley a GOAT? Oh, you're just saying the opposite of what I'm saying, but you're trying to be smart. Not a problem. How did the being smart thing work out for you? I'm just asking. I'm not even trying to be a dick. I didn't say anything about a ring. So how was that working out? Anybody else in here? Y'all want to talk about something? Anything else? Because he's already backed in the corner. He don't know how to get out of his corner. I don't understand. That's what it seems like. But to answer your question, so going to the playoffs numerous times make you a GOAT? So just so we could be clear, Clyde Drexler is a GOAT. Who else is a GOAT? Joe Dumars is a GOAT, right? They've been to the playoffs numerous times. Who else is a GOAT? I'm just gonna name the people that you say is Tracy McGrady's a GOAT. Who else is a GOAT? Robert Ory's a GOAT, right? I'm just naming the people who's been to the playoffs numerous times. All of these people are GOATs, right? Hold on, let's see. Charles Oakley, he a GOAT. He's been in the playoffs a ton of times. Oh, so you're not gonna stats and making the players around you better. No, well, no. I said Ewing. Why is Ewing a GOAT? When we were talking about Patrick Ewing, you said Patrick Ewing was a GOAT. And these are the people y'all want to invite me up to talk to them. He's just gonna say the opposite of whatever I say. Why would I get into a conversation with him? Who carried this? So because somebody carried a team that makes them a GOAT? Dominique Wilkins, he's a GOAT too, right? Because he carried his team, right? Into all of those playoff losses. He's a GOAT, right? Now you want to change the criteria again so I could just keep naming people who you consider to be GOATs? I promise you I'm smarter at this than you are. And that's not a knock on you. That's just a factual statement. We talking about the NBA here. This is my sandbox. No, we're not talking about top 75 greatest players. We said GOATs. You're changing the criteria. You're moving the field poll. You feel me? Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go because obviously the only person I'm going to talk to in here is somebody saying gibberish. Every single comment that this person just made is gibberish. You're just switching up everything in order. You're just gibberish. Yeah, I got it. Peace. It's gibberish. Hold on. Let's go over it. You forgot LeBron carried the team to the finals in the early of his career. No, he didn't. But you want to talk about that. Yes, he carried the team to the finals. Now, if you consider LeBron a GOAT, okay. There are a lot of people that consider LeBron a GOAT. But let's just have this discussion real quick so we can say what this was. We weren't talking about LeBron. Then you said Steph had the chance to do it in 2018, but he couldn't. So since Steph lost one finals, that means that he can't win no games because he lost to the Raptors. Do you understand the way that these people think? Since something happened one time that they could prove, that means everything I'm saying is wrong because something happened once. Anyway, it's not arguing, just stating facts. So you're stating two things that happened. So real quick, LeBron has went to the finals how many times and lost? How many times did Curry go to the finals and lose? I promise LeBron lost more in the finals, just so we can be clear. Anyway, also, LeBron carried a team. Okay, I can name numerous players that carry teams to finals. That don't make them a GOAT. You think Kawhi Leonard is better than Allen Iverson? Because Kawhi has a ring. I think Allen Iverson is the better player. Dirk carried the team. He didn't carry them by himself. Did you watch that game? Did you watch that playoffs? See, you think people don't remember what happened, but that's cool. I thought you was out of here though. You said peace, right? No, I get it. The way you guys think is, if you can prove that something happened even one time, that means that even though it only happened one time, every single thing that I'm saying is wrong. But if it was somebody else speaking, you wouldn't say that. You would say, even though it happened one time, it happened more times the way that that person said it did not. So that means that that thing is the right thing. But when I fall under the same criteria, y'all say because something happened one time, that means that I'm wrong about everything. I get what you're saying. I get it. And that's why I'm consistently telling everybody what's going to happen before it happens. And don't nobody believe me because the niggas like you. So I appreciate you. You don't have to say I'm wrong if whenever I say something, you're trying to say the conflicting opinion or the conflicting a point. You don't have to say I'm wrong. You're implying it. Just because other people might not know what you're doing, that don't mean I don't know what you're doing. You're implying it. And when y'all do that, and I call you out on it, you get mad and you say that I'm attacking you. I get it. You can imply I'm wrong all you want, and then while I'm showing how it's just petty shit that you're doing, you're then gonna pretend like I'm attacking you. I get it. And if I don't say nothing, then that's gonna be proof that whatever the fuck you said was right. I get it. If I don't say nothing, you're gonna say that you were right. And if I do say anything, you're gonna say I'm attacking you. I get it. I all the way get it. I thought we was cool, for real, for real. I really thought we was cool, homie. I ain't gonna lie. Like there's people that come in here and troll and do all that widow shit, and I really thought y'all was cool. And I'm not talking about drops or none of that. I'm just saying I really thought some of y'all was cool, but y'all not. Shout out to Hassan Shipman. He says, "Get him out of here." I'm not gonna kick him. He ain't did nothing worth being kicked. He ain't did nothing worth being kicked. Yeah, I thought we was cool. So you don't have nothing to ever say except for when you have something to say conflicting to what I'm talking about. So how can you say we cool? If the only time you comment is to say something conflicting with what I'm saying, how could you tell me we cool? That sounds like gaslighting. I'm not saying you are. I'm just telling you what I think that sounds like. The hell? Every time you show up, you say something conflicting with what I'm saying or trying to question something I'm saying, but you're saying we cool. I just don't believe it. Maybe we are as far as I know, but I don't believe it. Dude, I remember all of your comments, damn near. For the last, like, maybe month and a half, 2 months that I've been seeing you. You only comment when you have a conflicting comment, homie. The last time you was in here, I said the same thing. You do know this, right? Y'all people have conversations with me and then forget that you had them. And then when I treat you like the last conversation that you had with me, y'all don't know what's going on. You just hands in the air. You have no idea what's happening. Anyway. So that's not true. Okay? That's not true. Go find a video from like 2 years ago. It might be true then. It has not been true recently. But you can do whatever you want to do. Remember, I'm the guy y'all always disagree with, and the guy that it seems like everything that I say comes to pass. Like, I'm telling y'all shit that's gonna happen sometimes months before it happened. And you guys still spend all of your time disagreeing with me. Don't lose that point. So you remember the last time we spoke and I corrected you about a thing. So I was saying a thing and then you came in here and you said something that was contrasting to what I said. That's the last time we spoke. So you just literally just said, I'm right. Anything y'all want to talk about, man? I don't know what y'all think. I don't really got nowhere to go. I mean, I don't really got nowhere to go. I mean, I might go get lunch or some shit. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to the supermarket right now, to be honest with you. I might go get lunch or some shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But if y'all want anything else y'all want to talk about, man, this is just bananas. He says, I usually agree with you 1,000% of the time. And then his very next comment is, I remember the last time we spoke, you corrected me. So how can you use you? Nah, you good, Darkwing. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Even appreciate this KJ guy. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I just have to call shit out like that because there's people that are looking at your comments and they think that they have merit. I'm never trying to be disrespectful or ornery. But there's people looking at your comments and I believe you. They think they have merit. And whenever y'all do that, when y'all the only one, when y'all comment in a whole bunch like that, I assume y'all, yeah, those people sent y'all. People that hate me and want me dead. Dude, that's not the last. Dude, you saying that's the. All right, see, I don't even want to have this conversation. Don't worry. Next time you come in here, the same thing is gonna probably happen, and then the time after that, and I'm gonna remind you. You're gonna say this is the first time you ever disagree. Like, all right, whatever. Anyway, anything else y'all want to talk about? Shout out to that, by the way. And if you believe that LeBron is a GOAT, you should. You have a good reason to believe he's a GOAT. I'm just saying I don't. I'm not trying to tell you you can't say he's not a GOAT. Like this dude, he said Ewing is a GOAT. Shout out to you. You think Ewing's a GOAT. As much as I love Patrick Ewing, he's not a GOAT. If I could choose a sinner from that era, I'm going to choose Elijah Wan. Just keeping it a stack with you. Keeping it a stack. If I could choose a sinner from that era, I'm going to choose Elijah. That alone makes Ewing not the GOAT for me. If I'm going to choose a two guard from Jordan's era, it's going to be Jordan. If it's from Kobe's era, it's going to be Kobe. A point guard from Isaiah's era, it's a toss-up because you got Magic, you got Isaiah. You get it? If I'm going to choose a point guard from Allen Iverson, Allen Iverson. You get it? Why are you asking me a question? I don't want to name no players about nothing. You trying to create a whole nother conversation with me so you could bring up a whole nother conversation and try to get me involved in that. I don't want to answer any questions. How about that? I just told you if you consider somebody a GOAT, it's cool. You could consider them a GOAT. Now you want to come question what my criteria for giving people a GOAT. I didn't say anything about rings. Satan is the author of confusion. No, I'm not having that conversation. So you could try to muddy the waters with the other conversation I'm having. We're not doing that. Whoever sent that question and told you to come ask that question, you're wasting your time. For everybody that don't know, it's like a ton of them all together, typing back and forth, trying to figure out what questions they could ask me. Going on the internet, searching shit up, and they still don't win. You understand? Like, they probably got like 3 or 4 guys with him right now, searching the internet everywhere, trying to find something for me to be wrong about in order for them to argue the point to me. You understand? No, I have no opinion on it. How about that? I have no opinion. I have no opinion on whether a person could be a GOAT or not, if they have a ring or not. I have no opinion. How about that? I have no opinion. The only way to win is not to play. Period. I have no opinion. Stay up, salute. I have no opinion. You just want to play word games. I don't want to play word games. I don't want to play no word games of any kind. I'm always going to lose, no matter what happens. I could be right. I'm still going to lose. So I don't want to play no word games. All you got to do is show me one time that I could be right and I'm still wrong. I don't want to never do that again. Or I don't never want to do that with those people again. Period. Not mad at nobody or nothing. But no matter how right I am, I'm going to be wrong, right? I think we're going to end the show anyway. I'm hoping homeboy hit me up. And I'm hoping they could just wipe my whole entire computer and we could possibly get software on here that will work appropriately. I'm hoping. And then if that could happen, maybe I could get my Premiere Pro to run. And if I can get my Premiere Pro to run, then I could do videos. I can't even get my Premiere Pro to run. You understand? I turn it on and then it just turns the whole computer off. It'll stay on for a little while, then my whole computer go off. So I can't even run programs. And for the people that think LeBron is a GOAT, I don't think I don't agree with you, but I think that there's more than enough ammo to argue that point. You don't have to make shit up and pretend other things is going on. There's more than enough ammo to argue your point on whether a dude is a GOAT or not. There's enough ammo. He's done a lot of things out there. Like, the thing that kills me, and I'm not going to help nobody with these arguments, but the thing that kills me is they always want to talk about what somebody else didn't do. Like, so he didn't do enough shit that you can't say LeBron did this, LeBron did that, LeBron did this, LeBron did that, LeBron did this, LeBron did that. So even you think some of the things in which he's done or some of his accolades are fake or don't work or it don't why not? Even you think that. Because when I'm talking positively or when I'm trying to get somebody to my side of a conversation, generally speaking, I often use the positive aspects of the person that I'm trying to get them to be familiar with. The side of the conversation I'm trying to get them to agree with. I'm trying to think of the positive things to say. But when people are trying to argue LeBron to me, they just try to talk about the negative aspects of other people. They're not really talking about LeBron's accolades. Like, okay, you talk about the point thing, but I'm going to point out that he stays in games where other players would generally sit. Kobe scored 63 in like 3 quarters and then sat the 4th, right? Kobe did that, right? But when you want to argue to me how great this guy is, what the fuck? But when you want to argue to me how great this guy is this way, how great this guy is that way, and all you could bring to me is, well, that person failed at this, that person failed at that. That's not saying that this guy is great. That's just saying that he's greater than these people that you're naming. And what the hell do I know? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're 100% right. Maybe everything that you're saying is 100% correct. But I don't have to, but that's still, how do you say, subjective. The ways in which we choose who to go is subjective. Now, this dude just asked me, just so we can be clear, can you name a player without a ring that's considered a GOAT? Considered by who? Allen Iverson don't got a ring. Name me a better point guard. I'll wait. But you see why I don't want to get into those conversations? Because then now there's going to be another question, then another question, then another question. You understand? You name me 3 point guards better than Allen Iverson. Name me 2 point guards better than Allen Iverson. I'll wait. And I bet you any point guard you name, Allen Iverson will cook him. But he don't got a ring. Just be careful, man. People will have you arguing against yourself because they can't debate with you. So they try to get you to debate with yourself. You understand? Whenever I see somebody trying to get me to debate with myself, then I don't have no opinion on nothing. No, I'm sorry. Allen Iverson, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care who's holding what about nothing. I saw Allen Iverson play. Luka can't guard him. I don't know. Lillard can't guard him. Luka can't guard him, and he could guard both of them. So no. I don't know which Alexander you're talking about, but he can't guard Allen Iverson. And Allen Iverson was a top-tier defender. He led the league in steals numerous years. Yeah, I know. You're just talking about stats because you got to just look stuff up. You don't have real-world experience. I get it. You don't have real-world experience. You're just talking about stats. I get it. So did Luka, Lillard, or Alexander take their team by themselves to their finals yet? All right, let's keep it factual. Let's keep it factual. So Allen Iverson took a team by himself to the finals. Has Luka, Lillard, or Alexander done this yet? Has any point guard in the history of the NBA done that? Besides Allen Iverson. Any point guard in the history of the NBA. Has any point guard, has any guy shorter than 6 foot carried a team to the NBA Finals? Anybody? It's one person, one point guard ever in the history of the NBA. Let's talk about factual shit, right? Has there ever been a player shorter than 6 foot that carried a team to the finals? Do you understand that these guys only know about low-hanging fruit? Now go look up some more stats so you could come back and have a conversation with me, because this is the only way you could talk to me, by having the cheat sheet in front of you. Oh, you just stay in recurrent. You just stay, but we're talking about the history of the NBA though. We're literally talking about the history of the NBA. So you're not qualified for this conversation. That's what you're telling us? That you actively telling us that you're not qualified for this conversation? I don't know if that's the real exclusive drops, fake exclusive drops. I don't know if that's the real KJ, fake KJ. I have not the slightest idea. But are you just admitting that you can't have this conversation with us? So why are you commenting? Why am I going to go look at stats if I just said, has there ever been any player shorter than 6 foot that carried their team to the finals? We're talking about Allen Iverson, so we have to talk about when Allen Iverson was playing, right? When he was playing, he was shorter than 6 foot. He carried his team to the. You don't want to discuss that because that proves me right. So you only want to talk about what's current, even though I'm talking about a player that hasn't been playing for 10 years. So why are you in this conversation? You could just see when Satan pull up. So why are you in this conversation? You only want to talk about current stuff, and we're talking about a player that haven't played for 10 years. So why are you in this conversation? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. We're talking about Allen Iverson, who hasn't played for 10 years. So what are you talking about when you're saying you're just talking about what's current? We're literally talking about somebody who hasn't played in more than 10 years. There you go. I helped you out the door. Boom. I helped you out the door. There you go. I helped you out the door. So you want to talk about current stats while we're literally talking about a player that's been retired for over 10 or 15 years, but you're not Satan. You didn't just pull up to talk about just shit that just don't make no sense. Once again, talking about a player who's been retired for over 10 years, but you only want to talk about current stats. Could somebody make that make sense? Could somebody explain to me how that made sense? Anybody? Anybody? I'm listening. He's already kicked. He can't say nothing. Could somebody explain to me how that makes sense? We're talking about a player that retired at least 10 years ago, but he only wants to have conversation about current stats. Could somebody explain to me how that makes sense, and also explain to me how he ain't Satan, trying to cause confusion? Satan is the author of confusion. So don't come to my page, try to cause confusion, and then when I call you out, say you got a problem with me calling you out. Satan is the author of confusion. We're having a conversation about Allen Iverson. You only want to talk about recent stats. I'm wrong though. I'm wrong though. I'm wrong though. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'm wrong. What can I say? Roku and Tubu is going to give a new home to some of the removed HBO Max content. Yes. Let those people be able to earn a check. I mean, Kyla Pratt. I used to date this chick that she looked like teenage Kyla Pratt. Kyla Pratt's still fine. She got nice feet. Kyla Pratt's still fine. That's a fact. This is a long story. I scooped up. We was moving her and her moms. They hit the lottery. So when they hit the lottery, I don't know how much they hit the lottery for, but they hit the lottery, so they moved. So I scooped her like right there at the date, like boom. We went out on a couple of dates, but I don't know, it really wasn't that. I think I felt the way because I think she was like 20, maybe like 21, 22, and I was probably like 29. So I think I just felt the way. Like I felt uncomfortable. Like I wasn't comfortable at that point dating younger women. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like generally speaking, most of the females I dated was probably like either my age or a little bit older up until that point in my life. Like only a couple were like younger than me by any amount. So I think I just didn't feel comfortable dating her. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped calling her. I just stopped communicating to her. I didn't feel comfortable dating her. She was cool though. She was cool as shit. She was down to earth like a motherfucker. Her mother liked me too. I think more than anything else, I think the mother wanted the relationship more than I did. She was pretty as shit though, black girl. pretty as shit. Like, she was pretty. This shit says a kitchen inside of a kitchen. What the fuck? Okay. Shout out to that shit. That looks like a little bit extra and too much. Yo, why do people pull up to your chat, right? They pull up to your chat. This is the shit that kills me. So they pull up to your chat. They give you energy, and then when I give you back that same energy you give me, then you mad at me. But you could have gave me positive energy, and then I would have gave you back positive energy. But instead, you want to pull up to my chat and give me bullshit energy, but you want me to give you back positive energy. You want me to give you back energy that's gonna make you feel happy while you giving me energy that's upsetting. That's narcissist behavior, man. Sheesh. Yeah, that's narcissistic behavior, man. I don't like a lot of shit that they do. But these shits be smacking. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them shits be good as hell. Them Korean bowls, them shit be good as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. Check this out. A 22-year-old assistant coach on a JV girls basketball team in Virginia impersonated a 13-year-old player that was out of town. The coach was fired and the team opted out of the remainder of the season. Like, why is that a thing? Sheesh, the shit people are doing nowadays. How is that even a thing? That's crazy. Like, how's that a thing? They got a lot of women. Did you hear about the 30-something-year-old Asian chick that enrolled herself in high school so she could sleep, so she could get with young boys? Like, why? How is this a thing? Like, how is this a thing? This shit don't make no sense. Niggas do shit that don't make no sense. Like, how's that a thing? So you risk... Sound like something out of a movie. Shout out to KJ. He's still here. He didn't do what Exclusive Drops did. He's still here. Shout out to KJ. Exclusive Drops was talking crazy. Then when I caught him on his shit, then he got mad and said he's never coming back to the page again. Yeah, nigga, if you trying to cause confusion, you say it. I think I give enough leeway to the shit that the person is saying before I discern whether I think they're trying to cause confusion or not, nigga. I'm not right about everything. I'm wrong about quite a lot of things. I'm more upset that people say I'm wrong about things that I don't be 100% certain about, but they don't be saying I'm wrong about shit except for just to say I'm wrong. They don't have no proof. They don't got no evidence. They don't got no nothing. All they got is, I just don't think you're right. You know how frustrating that is to think that you might not know a thing, but nobody can help teach you the thing because the only people that's pulling up is people that also don't know the thing. They might know less of the thing than you do. I guess I'll explain this. Why not? So I've had a history in my life of people not knowing about a thing, they not knowing. But even though they don't know, they tell me I don't know, but I know. But I don't know that I know. You know, like when you know something, but you don't know you know it, but you know it. You're like, oh shit, I knew that. So I have a history in my life of people, of being around people so insecure that they can't allow for me to know a thing. So we just gotta fail at everything. We just always gotta lose. Because if I know the right thing to do, we can't do that. We gotta always do the other thing. You understand? So that's the type of people I'm used to being around. Like, my family is weird. You understand? When I say my family, I'm talking about my brothers and my father. They're weird. You understand? I'm not talking about all them other niggas. I'm literally only talking about my brother and my father. My brothers, my oldest brother and my father specifically. They're weird. Alright? They rather fail all the way. They rather everybody lose. They rather fail. You understand? So I grew up with people like that. So yeah, when you tell me I'm wrong about something, I need to know how. I need to know how. How am I wrong? That's all I'm saying. How? Explain. Let me know. Because I grew up with people, or I've been around people that they know I know the right thing. But if they go with what I say, then those people over there are going to like me. Those people over there are going to know I know what I'm doing. Those people over there are going to feel good about it. So they have to, so we can't do the thing I want to do. So I need for you to tell me I'm wrong. And be able to explain it. Or don't say nothing. That's it. Don't say nothing. I'm fine with that also. You don't know what pain is until, well, I'm not going to say it like that, but you really, it's a different type of pain when you just always have to sit back, know the right thing to do, and then watch these idiots make us lose. Very theatrically, by the way, because everybody got to watch us while we losing. But make us lose while you know the right thing to do. You just got to sit there and just, like, that's a different sort of anguish. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, that's just a different sort of torture. Like, that's torture. Just sitting there like, fuck it, I gotta lose. Like, think like that, like, I gotta lose. That's why to this day, the way I think is if I can't do it, it can't get done. Like, if I can't figure out how to do the thing all by myself, it's not gonna work. So literally every single thing I try to figure out. I have to figure out how to do it by myself. If I can't do it by myself, then it probably isn't gonna work. So a lot of times I'm not ignoring nobody. I'm just off somewhere trying to figure out how to do something really, really hard by myself. So a lot of times y'all think I'm difficult. I'm not really difficult. I'm just used to having people on my team that ain't on my team. Like, I'm trying to win. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. The alleged scheme, some lady is in jail for taking $1.5 million in chicken wings. He going to jail. The alleged scheme was uncovered by the district. Oh, I want to say something too. The alleged scheme was uncovered by the district business manager during a routine mid-year audit. The manager found the district was $30,000 over its annual food service budget, despite only being halfway through the school year. Dang. Court records accused Liddell of ordering more than 1,100 cases of chicken wings from the school's district food provider and picking up the order in the district cargo van. The food was never brought to the school or provided to the students. 9 times out of 10, this is what I think. I think this lady had a hustle that she's been doing for years. But now, since the price of chicken and everything went up, they notice. Court records say employees at the district food provider, Gordon Food Service, was familiar with the defendant, told you, due to the massive amount of chicken wings she would purchase, told you. The case was investigated by the cooks. She's in trouble. But you know why she's in trouble. I don't know if she was selling the shit. She had to be selling it. But you know why she's in, but that's probably what happened. She just been doing this for mad years, and now she just got caught up. Something I want to say. At the supermarket, the chicken wings and chicken is actually really, really affordable. It's not, the price did not go crazy. It's just on the eggs. Why? Where the eggs is crazy, but the regular chicken is the normal price. So shout out to Bonfair. I don't know what's the name of the spot. So it's Key Food. So shout out to Key Food. Yeah, so the chicken wings is actually, I might buy it. I was thinking about buying like just a big jump off, and so I could just, but then the house is gonna smell like I'm frying chicken every 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to open the window. Like it is the winter. So I don't like frying chicken without having the windows open because it's the winter. I don't know. Maybe I go get some. I want to fry some chicken. Throw some gravy on the bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fry some chicken, throw some gravy on the shit, some rice, some beans. That's the way to go. I don't know. You see what happens. Okay, so people are upset that they're not getting, that their stuff is getting blocked when they're talking about certain topics on YouTube. But YouTube already sent us a thing and said that that's what they're going to be doing. Certain topics are just kind of taboo. Too many people speak about these topics in a way that it's not good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the topic is they can't go through your whole title. Hey, I haven't seen her in a dumb long time. Did I unfollow her? I think I unfollowed her. Unfollow her back. Was this just, no, matter of fact, this is not her page. This is somebody that's just reposting from her. This is a Mexican chick. She's a cute. Alright, I'll show you. That's a Mexican girl up to follow. She's a cutie. Did I unfollow? No, I see her drinking alcohol and getting tats and getting drunk and high and all that. So I always assume that once you're doing that, you're of age. I don't be knowing. Mexican girl, she cute. I'm gonna go get some grub and try to get to something. I gotta get to my computer, guys, see if we can get some videos out today. I don't know. I gotta see if he can wipe my whole computer, and then we can start back from scratch. If we could do that, and we could get some stuff done. With that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm not here to argue with nobody. I mean, I don't need you to agree with me. Believe me, I don't. But if the only time you pull up in here to drop a comment is for you to have an issue with something I'm saying, then how do you not expect for me to look at you negatively? How do you not expect for me to look at you like you an issue or you a problem? How do you not expect? If the only time you talk is to criticize. With that being said, everybody just go do what you got to do. Go find something good to do today. Go hang out around people you like so you could do something good for a person. That's the easiest way to do it. Go hang out around people you like. Do that. Don't even look to do nothing for a stranger. If you can do it, don't get it confused. But go hang out with some people you like so you can work up some good karma. Alright? If you could do something for a stranger, do something for a stranger. But please, go work up some good karma. Go hang out around people you like. Go talk to people that you think have intelligence. Like, the thing that kills me is so many people come in here that don't think I know nothing. So I spend so much of some of these shows having a conversation with a person and all they're trying to do is figure out how I'm wrong. I just think that's a waste of time. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, #GrownSpoons. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got.